Show that I need you to make some noise. Now keep it loud for your host, Zach Kronberg.
How are you doing tonight? Welcome to Pamela Wardrip's 60th spectacular birthday comedy show. I think I nailed that. Thank you. Thanks for coming out tonight to party on a Sunday night, you animals. My God. Look at you degenerates. On Sunday night, and you had so many opportunities to party hard tonight. You know, you had 60 minutes. You had reruns of Rizzoli and Isles, and you had Pellicula Domingo. So give it up for yourselves for coming out, getting drunk on a Sunday night, calling in sick on Monday. My name is Zach Kronberg. I'm going to be your host tonight. Welcome. We've got a great show for you tonight. We've got a comedy portion, which is happening right now. You look surprised. It's true. We've got a bunch of great comics coming out for you. We've got a trivia portion, Pam only a trivia. And we've got a lip sync battle between Pamela and Mr. Brian Hartwell right here. I don't know if it's to the death, but if it is, my money is on Pamela. Just for her name alone. Good Lord, can you imagine going into battle with someone named Wardrip? It sounds like something that violates the Geneva Convention. Like, good luck, Brian. Hartwell. Wardrip versus Hartwell sounds like a lawsuit brought by a thrash metal band against a low-fat cookie. And brilliant idea going to battle with the birthday girl, the person everyone's here to see. I'm sure you're going to do real well in this battle. We're all here for Pamela. Give it a big, come on, keep it going. Okay, that's enough. There's enough time. I assume everybody here knows Pamela, right? Who are you to Pamela?
I used to work with her and we're still friends.
You do work comp? You do work comp? I was a work comp claims examiner, like you and Pamela. It's a dirty secret that we share on stage with everybody. Well, good you're here. This is an awesome party, as well as a comedy show. I love parties myself. I went to a party recently, and a girl I was talking to told me I looked like the actor Chris Pine. And I went, go on. And then she said, and Carrot Top. And I was like, stop right there. Good Lord, that is an unsettling hybrid of a man that she's describing. Chris Pine's great, but I don't know if you know Carrot Top. That's a bit like if I went up to somebody at a dog park and was like, hey dude, cool mix. What is he, a collie / one of those fish at the bottom of the ocean? It stung a little bit. I was going to be like, hey, you look like Margot Robbie and Carrot Top. I got too obsessed with it for a while. I was at work scrolling through pictures of Carrot Top, just hundreds of Google images of him on my computer, trying to figure it out. I was so obsessed I didn't care when people would walk behind me. I didn't even click on the decoy PDF. And now people, I think, assume that I'm really into Carrot Top, because my job does not involve analyzing pictures of Carrot Top or creating charts and graphs and my face overlaid on his. My God, I put my picture with Carrot Top into ChatGPT, and I asked it if we looked alike, and it said it couldn't tell me because it wasn't able to do that, but it did say that we had the same energy, which is worse in some way. I don't know why. ChatGPT, I don't trust it. I don't think my Google account really understands me either. It creates these little slideshows with my pictures, and it puts music behind it and stuff, which is really cute and nice, and it titles it. And it gave me one with some people in it with me, and it titled it Friends. And it had 4 pictures of it. And then it did another one of me, pictures I had taken of pints of beer, and it said cheers. And there are 28 photos in that slideshow. If Google really knew me, it would have labeled the beer slideshow Friends. And the other slideshow, people who happened to look at the camera when Zach was in the picture. I don't have a lot of friends, I guess that's the joke there that you all seem to kind of like. Oh boy, I need to stop drinking so much. I went to the doctor pretty recently, and he asked me about my diet. And I said, I eat a lot of hot dogs, which was not a good idea because he asked me about how many hot dogs a week I eat, and the number I gave him, I think this is a medical term, was, way too many. Which is strange because the number I gave him was half the actual number. I told him I eat 4 hot dogs a week. That is cute that he thinks I eat 4 hot dogs a week. It's consistent, though, with the relationship I have with my doctor, built on lies. Like, I tell him that I lie to him and say that I drink 0 to 2 drinks per week. And he lies to me and says that he believes that. It's a good relationship. I just need to stop eating hot dogs, though. He told me about a study that said every hot dog that you eat takes 36 minutes off of your life expectancy. Yeah, because out of the University of Michigan, it's a real thing. I started calculating all the hot dogs I've eaten in my life. I have 3 weeks to live. I love hot dogs so much, under no circumstance am I going to give them up. And we are streaming live now on YouTube. So I say that to, yes, I say that to the NSA, the CIA. I am not giving up hot dogs, ever. I wish, though, I could choose which 36 minutes a hot dog deleted, because every time somebody was like, hey man, I want to tell you about a dream I had about you, I could be like, well, I'm going to have a hot dog. Good night. I don't know what they're getting at, you know? The demonizing hot dogs, like, why now, why here? It feels like what they did with cigarettes. You know, and by the way, cigarettes, each one you smoke only takes 20 minutes off your life, so. I guess stop hot dogs and start smoking, everybody. Be healthy. This is how it starts, you know, we get our own, we get studies, and then we get our own section in restaurants. It'd be hot dog, non-hot dog. And then before you know it, you're going to have to sneak packs of Nathan's Nationals in your back patio while your wife's inside like, honey! Honey! What are you doing back there? You're not eating a footlong, are you? I don't want... You smell it up the house of yellow mustard. And you're like, oh. I love her so much. No, honey, I'm not doing anything unhealthy. I'm just smoking crack cocaine. Are you guys ready for a great show tonight? We've got an awesome lineup for you. But first up, you know her from writing murder mysteries in the day, jokes at night. I want you to make it real loud for the very, very funny Kathy Cravat.
Hello, give it up for Zach, our host. I have to mom everybody, so Zach, I'm gonna have to buy you a salad. I'm sorry. And let's give it up for Pam, the birthday girl. As Zach said, I'm Kathy Cravat, and as you can see from literally everything about me, I know you can't miss it. I'm middle-aged. Yeah. And I try to deal with it. You know, use highlights in my hair to camouflage the gray. I wear this scarf to hide my accordion neck. And this long coat's supposed to make me look thinner, but I think it really makes me look like Grandma Smurf. Yeah. And even my computer knows how old I am. I saw my niece's TikTok, and she had an ad for birth control that lasts for 5 years. First of all, cool, but how come I didn't even know that existed? And I realized it's because of targeted ads. She gets an ad for birth control. I get one for a cure for gout. She gets an ad for tickets to Post Malone, whoever that is. I get one for a meetup for Mahjong. She gets an ad for mountain climbing equipment. I actually got one for a Rascal mobility scooter. Yeah, that was just insulting. But it was a really good sale, so I got one. That's how I get to Mahjong. Another way you can tell how old I am is how much time I spend on Nextdoor. Yeah. It's that social media app that lets you find out who among your neighbors is an asshole without actually having to talk to them. The worst thing about Nextdoor is when someone posts a video from their Ring doorbell with the subject line, "Suspicious man." So then you get to find out who among your neighbors is a racist asshole. And then your other neighbors chime in and thank them for being vigilant. And they spell vigilant wrong. So then you get to find out who among your neighbors are the racist and illiterate assholes. So as Zach said, I write murder mysteries. It keeps my husband on his toes. So another thing about me, believe it or not, I have a personal trainer. And she's great, but I don't want to tell you her name because I feel like I'm a pretty bad advertisement for her. But one time we were working out, and I was like, hey, a personal trainer would be a great main character for a mystery series. Because she goes in and out of gyms, in and out of people's homes. She has a lot of opportunities to stumble across a dead body. And we laughed. And then she had me do a bunch of ab exercises. Yeah. So then I was like, or maybe she should be the murder victim. And then she tortured me with squats. So I'm here to tell you, in my next book, the murder victim is Claire Bryce. That's B-R-Y-C. So the writing gig's going okay, but I decided to try something new, stand-up. Because I wanted to make even less money. The most important thing I've learned about comedy is that you don't want to be friends with comedians. Because we're going to listen to your stories, your boyfriend drama, whatever has you crying into your pillow at night. And on the outside, we look like we care. And on the inside, we're writing punchlines. It's like you kind of have to have at least a little bit of a mean streak to be a comedian. I'm not saying that's an excuse. I'm saying if you happen to have a mean streak, then comedy might be for you. It's a way to funnel those tendencies into socially acceptable behavior. Like John Wick. I turned 50. 12 years ago. And I just don't like this getting older stuff. And mostly because we don't know what's going to happen, right? Like when I was pregnant, there was this great book. It was called What to Expect When You're Expecting. Remember? Yeah. Just chapter by chapter, all the wild stuff that was going to happen to you during your pregnancy. I think somebody needs to write What to Expect When You Turn 50. It's just chapter by chapter, the order in which your body parts will betray you. Chapter 1, ankles. You're gonna wake up one morning, they're gonna hurt for no good reason, and they're gonna hurt on and off the rest of your life. Chapter 2, knees. It's like they've seen all the attention your ankles have gotten with the warm compresses and the cold compresses, and they say, hold my beer. I'm gonna show her what real pain feels like. Chapter 3, memory. Chapter 3, memory. And to go along with that, even though I'm this old, I recently found out that I have attention deficit disorder, and it explains a lot, let me tell you. So, a friend was diagnosed, and she had this book, and she gave it to me. In the first chapter was just a bunch of questions to answer. Question 1, how often do you have difficulty completing a project with complex tasks? And your answers could be rarely, sometimes, often. I had to create my own category. Always. How often do you have difficulty concentrating on what people are saying? Always. How often do you misplace your keys? I was like, hey, that's a bit specific. Did my kids write that one? Always. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm ADD. And so instead of reading on in the book to learn techniques to deal with it, I put it down and just started telling everybody I knew. I told my husband, and he wasn't surprised, but I can't remember what he said because I have difficulty concentrating on what people are saying. Yeah. I told my friends, and so many of them were like, oh my God, I do the same thing. Maybe I have ADD too. I was like, hey, get your own disorder. I told my sister, and she said, no shit, Sherlock. And sisters. But it's not all bad. If I leave the lights on, ADD. I mess up a recipe I've done 100 times, ADD. If I forget my sister's birthday, well, that's just payback. And so when you're my age and you're going through ADD testing, they also test you for dementia. Yeah. So every day I get to play a fun game. Is this ADD or dementia? It goes along with my other favorite game. Is this anxiety or am I actually dying this time? So I am walking every morning, and the only problem is that we have a spider season here. Yeah, you go out first thing in the morning, there's this huge web. It's been built overnight. It's like a horror movie. And you're actually lucky if you see it, right? Yeah. I was taking the garbage out. I walked face first into this huge web. It was all over my head. I was trying to get it off. And out of the corner of my eye, I could see the spider flapping around in midair because he was attached to my hand. And then I really freaked out. I scraped it off. I ran around to the front of the house. I was banging on the door for my husband to let me in. And sure enough, 2 hours later, there's a picture of me on Nextdoor. Suspicious woman. Thank you, Captain Cravat.
Going for Kathy Cravat. My God, that was hilarious. You're gonna love your next comic. You can see her every month at the Coronado Tasting Room. She runs a show there that's really hilarious. You should really go see it. It's on Thursday night this week. The very funny, give it up for Dr. Mo.
Hey. You know, 60 is actually sexy, right? They say 60 is the new 40. That means I'm 42. And I'm dating an older man right now. So people often ask me, am I actually a doctor? And yes, kind of. I'm not a medical doctor, so please no medical emergencies. If you have an issue, you're on your own. All right? And I'm an organizational proctologist. I help business leaders deal with their shit. There's a lot of that going around lately, isn't there? We won't get into politics, but so In fact, I had a recent fire at my home. It was really scary. And the insurance company, of course, did what? Denied me, right? So I'm talking to the insurance broker agent guy, and he says, "Are you Miss, Mrs., Ms.? What do you prefer?" I said, "I prefer doctor." Thank you very much. Yeah. So, yeah, organizational leadership. I took my first comedy class right here on this stage back in 2019. And yeah, so that was fun. Give it up for what was then Comedy Palace, now Micah. Very fun. And my teacher said, "So what are you a doctor of?" And I said, "Organizational leadership." He's like, "Eh." Okay, no problem. It's all good. No offense taken. Really. So anyway, I'm a proud mom. I have 3 kids. There we go. Yes. They are very different. I raised them to be their own true selves, right? So one is vegan, one's vegetarian, one's a chicken nuggetarian. Actually, and one is gay, one is trans, and one has very bad taste in men. She gets that from me. You ought to meet her dad. Actually, her dad was at a comedy show I was doing once, and I have a whole set about him and her, and then her, and then her. Anyway, so he and his wife number 3 came to a comedy show, and I decided not to do the comedy about him and her and her. And they were offended. They're like, "How come you didn't do the comedy about us this time?" "Because you were here?" Didn't want to make you uncomfortable? Like I would care. Really? Like he ever cared. Anyway, actually, Kathy said, comics have a dark streak. I was interviewed, I was doing a charity benefit comedy show back during COVID, and Channel 8 wanted to interview me. So that was pretty cool. And during the interview, she says, "Now, don't all comics just have a tragic life?" I'm like,
Hope not.
no. I don't think so. Maybe. But hey, we make the most of it, we're resilient, we're strong, and then we make fun of life. And she's absolutely right, though. You know how many people come up and tell me, like, "Oh, I've got this great joke for you." Do they do that to you, Brian, too? Like really, I can't tell your joke. I have to tell my jokes. So I have a neurotic dog. My dog's name is Louie. He's the sweetest thing ever. He was born neurotic. He was at the back of the litter, like hiding from all of his other little puppy siblings. We think the puppies bullied him. We have learned, though, that he loves me more than bacon. He does. We've tested it. My man's in the kitchen making bacon, and I'm on my way out the door, and the poor dog is like in the living room, like, "Bacon? Mo. Bacon? Mo. Bacon? I'm going with Mo." He's very sweet. He's very, very sweet. He's complete mama's boy. Complete mama's boy. And actually, so I travel a lot on business, and recently, so I tried to trick him. Like this time I took the suitcase out, and then I took him for a walk, and then I fed him, and he's eating his food, and I kind of tried to sneak out. Well, he stopped eating his food, and then goes and cries at the door as I'm leaving. It's really sad. He's a sad, neurotic puppy. He's 14 years old. So anyway, I get home, 3 days. Gone 3 days, I get home, and there's a half a bowl of dog food still. All crusty and gross. He won't eat dog food while I'm gone. He makes my man cook for him. He's, guess what, bacon. He's chicken and steak. And so I get home and I'm cleaning up, I'm doing the dishes and stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna throw that old crappy 3-day-old dog food away. And I turn around and look at the bowl was clean. Like, oh, now he's eating dog food again. I don't know who he's trained better, me or him. So yeah, Kathy was saying that she gets all these weird ads. I brought this ad with me. I just got this last week. It's from the Trident Society. Did you get one too? Like, holy shit, really? You know what? If you don't know what the Trident Society is, what do they do?
Cremation.
Cremation! Holy Mother of God! Really? I'm not even 1 foot in the grave yet. I'm only 42. Come on. Cremation. Hey, Kathy, I'd much rather have that ad for Depends, all right? Because it's freaking crazy. Trident. I had to keep it because I'm like, I'm doing comedy about this. That's what we do as comics. Like, life gives us really dark ads and we make comedy up about it. So, anyway, what else do I have funny things to tell you? Okay, so I have a child who used to be my son who's now my daughter. Yes. And I support my daughter no matter what. I've got her back. And although she did say when she first came out just a couple years ago, she said, you know what? You can't do comedy about this. I'm like, oh, shit. There's so much fodder there. She said, you can't. So I've gotten permission for 2 jokes. And here's one of them. One is, so she comes out, and I thought, you know what? Finally, she'll put the toilet seat down. Well, no. Thankfully, I don't have to clean our bathroom anymore. So, yeah, that's weird. And the other is the one I already told you about, my, gay daughter, trans daughter, and the one who has bad taste in men. So, speaking of bad taste in men, my ex lives 2 doors down. There's a lot of content there. I don't think I have enough time for that. So, come back Thursday night, tasting rum and coronado, tell you about my ex, and her, right? So, I do have to say though, I told my kids, I said, kids, if you don't move out, I will. So I live on a boat. And yeah, way out. And so I'm embracing the minimalistic life. You have to reorganize and use your space wisely. So before I was leaving on a business trip recently, I was moving stuff, organizing, and then while I was gone, apparently one of our boat neighbors comes and pounds on the boat, because we don't have really a door or a doorbell, you just pound on the boat. And they said to the man, his name is Vay. If you don't understand that, just think of, Oi, Vay. That's my man's name. They said, Vay, we think you're sinking. You're taking on water, the bow of your boat, the water line is far below where it should be. And they're like, oh my God. They are freaking out, lifting up the hatches, looking all over for a water leak or something. Couldn't find one. So it's weird. I come back from my business trip, he said, the strangest thing happened while you were gone, Mo. I said, what's that? He said, they thought we were sinking. We were looking for water, couldn't find it, it was crazy. I said, how? That's really weird. It's right before my business trip, I moved my entire wine collection to the bow of the boat. We're not taking on water, honey, but we are taking on wine. And a little bit of whiskey, too. And Zach, I researched this, that they say red wine extends your life, right? So no hot dogs, no crack cocaine, no cigarettes, red wine and chocolate. I'm going to live to be at least 60. I'm Dr. Mo, that's my time. Thanks so much for coming out to play tonight.
Oh, give it up for the very funny Dr. Mo. That was hilarious. I don't know how I felt about the hot dog part, but she and I in the green room, this is no joke before this, we took a picture together because we have the same haircut. You're gonna love this next comic. You may know him as the voice of Dr. Avocado on the Remains of the Day web series. Give it up for Jim Billingsley.
Round of applause for the other comedians that came up with that. Round of applause for my friends who are mostly that table right there. Well, I'm the oldest comedian coming up here tonight. So my goal is to remember my material. And I worry about doing stand-up comedy, and the reason is I started many years ago, and about 25 years ago I was doing the Oceanside Moose Lodge. And right in the middle of what I thought was my brilliant material, this old moose yelled out, "Keep your day job!" And I was devastated. But I decided to take the old moose's advice. I kept my day job as a financial advisor, even though I always consider myself a professional comedian, because I made like $950. That's in like 25 years of doing this. Which my friend Tony said, that puts me in the top 10% of money earners for comedians in San Diego County. It's okay. You don't have to clap for that. So I thought I would do something different tonight. I have a $2 bill, and $2 bills, they're lucky. So if you guess my age, you can win a $2 bill. Anyone want to guess?
72.
72.
69.
That's close. 69.
71.
57.
77.
70.
You're close.
78.
No, lower. Tell you who said 75. You get it. 75. I don't look a day over 74.
Your lifetime earnings just went down.
Oh well. So I Googled this, and I learned that men die on average at 74.8, which means that I could die tonight on stage. Which would make this like the most memorable comedy set you've ever seen. He killed! And then he died. So, anyway, hopefully that doesn't happen. I want to talk a little bit about relationships. I've always struggled with relationships, especially with women. Yeah, you know. And my very first date in high school, I took this girl named Colleen to the county fair. You know, we rode on the rides, and I wanted one of these small teddy bears. And it cost like $200 or $300 to get one of these small teddy bears. But I took her home, I got a kiss goodnight. I was so much in love with Colleen. And then the next night, she went back to the fair with another guy. And again, I was devastated. But I learned 3 things. You know, love is tough. You should always win the big teddy bear for the girl. And girls named Colleen are sluts. They are. I should probably get over it. And then another time, I was working in this office with like 12 women and 2 men. I was one of the men. And I had to share an office with this woman, and she liked to talk. So one day, she was talking, and I said, "What?" She said, "Oh, I was talking to myself." Then like 5 minutes later, she's talking. I said, "What?" She said, "Oh, I was talking to myself." Then I was focused on my job, and she was talking to me. And then she got mad at me for not listening to her. So the point of the story is, some women are hard to understand, and you know who you are. This is really embarrassing. I told you I've been doing comedy for a long time. I just remembered when I came up here, I forgot to build rapport. So how you guys doing? One of the big advantages I feel of my comedy is I don't have to worry about the other comedians stealing my material. Some people tell me my comedy's unique. Other people say it's subtle. I was actually going for funny. Yeah, so let's see, what else can I say? Oh, I'm the firstborn idiot. Anyone else here firstborn in your family? Yeah, I think it's toughest being firstborn. It's hard being the firstborn. Like in my family, my mom was 20 when I was born, and my dad was 21. I mean, what do they know about raising a family? They didn't have that much money. Like my family pet, my pet was a goat from the neighbors next door. My sister got a dog, and my brother, when he was 12 years old, he got a horse. And we lived in town. So they had to board the horse out in the country. So how much money did that take? And then another experience I had as the oldest, maybe you had this experience, where I had to babysit for my brother and sister. And my sister went in the bathroom and she said, "I'm going to kill myself." And she was really good because she was in drama. So, I believed her. And I thought I was going to get in big trouble. But she's still alive today, so she wasn't telling the truth. Anyway, that's some new material I'm working on. Anyway, I'll end with this quick story. Next month is Father's Day, and a few years back, I took my dad out to play golf in Escondido, and it was a warm day. There weren't many people there. But it was hard getting Dad out there because he died in 1984. So what I decided to do is I hit a ball for Dad, then one for me, one for Dad, one for me. I rotated. And he ended up beating me by 5 strokes. Which I felt was appropriate because it was Father's Day. And then we went into the clubhouse afterwards and we had a couple of Budweisers, my dad's favorite beer. And he said, "Jim, for all you do, this Bud's for you." I said, "Dad is the king of beers." He didn't touch his beer, so I drank them both. And that was the best Father's Day we'd ever had. And that's a true story. It is. And so I wanted to say one last thing. You guys have been a great audience tonight. Anybody have any questions on anything I covered? So I wanted to say this. Pam does stand-up comedy. I think she came and watched me a few years ago doing stand-up a couple of times, and she said, "I can do that." So that's how she got started. I take credit. So you guys have been a great audience. Enjoy the rest of the show. Thanks.
Keep it going. You're gonna love this next comic. You can see her all week at the San Diego International Fringe Festival in her solo show, Mom WTF. It's gonna be Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Make it loud for the very funny Carol Johnson.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Pamela's birthday party. Yay! We should celebrate every day. It's a good thing. I'm glad my name's not Colleen. That's all I'm gonna say. Came close, could have been. I just wanted to say that I'm a native San Diegan. I know there's not a lot of us. So of course I like to be healthy, so I'm on a juice cleanse. White, red, and rosé. I have to tell you, it's working so well, sometimes I forget I'm on a juice cleanse. And I know the reports keep going back and forth. It's good for you, it's bad for you, it's good for you. Do you know who it's good for? The people around me. The people around me. It's really good for them. Very healthy. And I'm actually a recovering mom. And yes, at my age, because I almost forgot to have kids. My two best friends didn't have children of their own, but they married older men with kids, so they got to go straight to grandma. It's not fair, no morning sickness, no stretch marks, and I don't think anyone ever peed in their bed. Sounds like heaven. I spent so much on birth control that I could have bought an island. A really big one. By the time I remembered to have kids, I had to take so many fertility drugs that I should have become pregnant just by passing strange men on the street. It's true, 6 IVFs for 2 children. Always frozen, never fresh. Like I'm running the world's most expensive meal prep service. And I was getting more injections than the Beverly Housewives on Botox Day. But you know, your friends and family wanted you to have children because misery loves company. How many parents out here? Yeah, see, you get it. Recovering or still with you? Because misery loves company. They just want us as sleep deprived as they are. I mean, look at me. I haven't slept in 30 years. When you become mom and dad, you hear your name screamed everywhere. It's kind of like being a celebrity, with all the anxiety of people following you around and pulling on you and none of the perks. I mean, where's our red carpet? I was working at home before I came and I heard mom, 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 and then I remembered I just became an empty nester. It was the cat. Yes, your mom to the world. I have to admit, it is tough getting older. I wake up every morning with a hangover. And I don't remember the party the night before. Because there was no party the night before. And I just found out I have tennis elbow. I haven't played tennis since college. And that's just a humble brag to let you all know that I did go to college. I do remember the exact moment my biological clock stopped ticking because my hot flashes made it explode. Forget solar and wind power. If we could harness hot flash energy on menopausal women across the US, we could light up Las Vegas. And I understand now why it's called menopause. Because my hormones have hit the pause button, and every day I'm a little bit closer to becoming the man of my dreams. Ready, willing, and able to grow. A beard. It must show. My kids call me dude. Going back to Trader Joe's, I was checking out there today, and usually they're really nice. Today he called me buddy. Yeah. I just really can't wait till I finally stand up to pee. It's gonna be a great time saver. Am I right, ladies? Our lines are always way too long. It doesn't matter where you go. You know, getting old, I have to work out every day just to keep up with gravity. Usually yoga, Pilates, and running from my responsibilities. But I know I may look okay, but underneath my clothing, it is starting to look like the earthquake map of California. And boy, are my tectonic plates shifting. All of that working out in my butt, still so flat, that I could do squats from here to the moon. It will never look like any of the Kardashians. Even Rob. So I've just decided to go old school DIY. When I was growing up, we didn't have implants. I had to stuff my bra with rolled up gym socks. Which might also explain why no one wanted to sit next to me during lunch, but that's okay. I think I've got it figured out this time, right? Just gonna wait till I'm old and wearing diapers. I'm gonna stuff my diapers. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna stuff the right cheek with snacks. So like the commercial says, when I'm very old and I fall down and I can't get back up, I don't starve to death. And my left cheek with treats. So while I'm lying helpless on the floor, my cat doesn't eat my face. They'll do that. They're survivors. They don't care. Oh my goodness. You know, I'm already turning into my mom. I need reading glasses. I constantly wander into rooms and I can't remember why I'm there. But now that I think of it, at least I'm getting my steps in, retracing my steps. But now, out of all of the years of dating and marriage and holding everything in, I now suffer from explosive farts. It's great. It's just another step closer to becoming the man of my dreams. My mom, she was the perfect 60s mom. She always made sure we had the 4 food groups: ding-dongs, Twinkies, ho-hos, and weed. I'm just joking. My mother would never let us have her weed. It was called grass back then. It was expensive, illegal, and she had her stashed so well that at 96 we never found it. So 60s mom does make me a boomer. And COVID's actually been called the boomer remover. Wasn't that rude? Yeah, but it's going to take a lot more than COVID to get rid of me. Growing up, I survived pesticides in my food, lead paint, and every family had one telephone that never left the house. It was attached to the wall, had a cord with a rotary dial. That's why I will never text as fast as my kids. I don't have arthritis, I have RPS, rotary phone syndrome. And it was just a phone. There was no camera, there was no calculator. We didn't have Instagram. If I wanted to send a photo of a friend, I had to have a camera, take real film, drive it, drop it off to be developed. Wait a week, drive back, pick it up. And then I had to mail it snail mail. And I remember by the time it arrived, I changed my mind about sending the naked photo in the first place. And worse than that, I could never have film developed again because the creepy man at Photomat had seen me naked. I'm just going to leave you with this. A happy birthday to Pamela. And she is officially the first year of Gen X, which I've got a bone to pick. I'm a younger boomer. They're calling us Generation Jones, right? I'm going to start a campaign that Gen X takes we younger boomers into the Gen X. We drank water from the hoses. We had mom's seatbelts. Our parents never wondered where we were. And I'm going to tell everyone, if they bring us into the Gen X fold, that we will bring Madonna and Michelle Pfeiffer with us. You guys have a wonderful night. Enjoy Pamela.
Go for Carol Johnson. I really miss being your photo mat guy, Carol. Okay, so now it is the moment you've been waiting for. Oh, well, actually, no. We have one special announcement for you before we bring up the birthday girl. I want to leave you with this.
We're here at your party, where we've secretly replaced your birthday cake with Donny Osmond. Happy birthday, Pam. This one's for you.
Okay, make some noise for your headliner. You love her. Give it up for Pamela Wardrip.
I can die now, you guys. So all I ever wanted to do was dance on stage and have people applaud. And have people applaud, just so we're clear. Give it up for all my friends! They are hilarious, and thank you guys for coming out tonight. Thank each and every one of you guys for coming out tonight. Now, my first joke that I'm going to do, I just want to say, I know you all know my name, but it's a long joke, and I need to do it, okay? All right, so I know I look like a Karen, but I'm not. I'm a Pamela Wardrip. All right, let's break that down. Let's start out with how did I become a Pamela? I was a Pam for a long time, but at work, I'd answer the phone, and I'd say, "This is Pam." And they'd say, "Tam? Ram? Damn?" I'm like, "Really? You went to all three of those before you went to Pam?" So I became a Pamela, all right? And then Wardrip, okay, Wardrip. Putting those two words together to make one word, it's like the perfect example of two wrongs don't make a right. I'm not kidding. When I was in school, if I had a substitute teacher, they get to my name and they go, "Pamela." Oh, that can't be right. What is it? Is it Walltrip? Waldrop? Wardrobe? No? See me after class, Walgreens. Now, wardrobe is funny, you guys, because when I was, now I'm from rural Indiana. It's very hard for me to say that word because I'm from Indiana. And we put an R in everything, whether there's an R in it or not, okay? So I grew up out in the country, let's just say I grew up out in the country, and my dad always tried to convince me that our name descended from being wardrobers to the King of England. I finally had to tell him, "Dad, I ain't never seen no king decked out in flannel." I joined the Navy when I was 17. Thank you. They love the name Wardrip. They never hesitated, not once, yelled it at the top of their lungs. I think it's because it had war in it. Like they just accepted it, you know what I mean? But I was stationed over in London when I was in the Navy. And when I was over there, the British people, they called me, they said, "Pamela Wardrip." I felt very highfalutin. But I also felt like they could use my name in a sentence, you know what I'm saying? They'd be like, "Oh, it's a bloody Wardrip today, isn't it?" Like they're talking about like a boring war or something like that, right? I was transferred to the Azores, and the Portuguese fellas over there, they called me Pamela. And then I felt like I was a spicy treat. So when people ask me my name, I'm Pamela Wardrip. Thank you. Nice to meet y'all. Nice to meet y'all. Thank you. So a little bit about me. I'm sensitive. But don't fuck with me. Because I will cry. Aw, yeah. It's a joke, you guys. It's a joke. No, it's the truth, actually. I was in Starbucks today. The fella in front of me, he ordered his coffee. He said he'd like a tall, skinny blonde. I thought, where's the fella looking for a grande dirty blonde. That's my fella. With heavy cream. Let's not forget that. So I have to say I have an addictive personality. You could say I'm addicted to everything. I don't know why I can't be addicted to something that's good for me. You know, like broccoli, or drinking water, or men with jobs. So I've struggled with my weight my whole life. So when I've been to all the things, right? I went to Weight Watchers. I learned in Weight Watchers, if I do this much exercise, I can eat this much ice cream. So I just kept eating ice cream until I finally had to start running marathons. I use the word run very loosely, but I can use it because I beat the walkers across the finish line. All right, I beat most of the walkers across the finish line, and all of the people with walkers. So, true story, true story. I ran 2 half marathons and 2 full marathons back in my 30s. Yeah, I won't do it again. Unless I'm chased and I don't want to get caught, okay? So, all right, I want you guys to try to remember back to when you were 11. You remember when you were 11? Do you remember what size you were when you were 11? No. About? Do you remember about? Think about it for a second. I remember what size I was. When I was 11, I was 5'5", 155 pounds, and they asked me to play right tackle on the boys' football team. It was their first winning season in 6 years. I think they didn't know what to do. They had like a set of C cups coming out of me, you know what I mean? They were very distracted. I really wanted to play tight end, but I was more of a wide receiver. It's packing a big backfield, if you know. Anyone who has body images right now is squirming out of their chair. I didn't really want to play tight end, but I do like the idea of the words tight end being associated with Pamela Wardrip. You know, like, there's an announcer and they're like, and coming to the field now, it's Pamela Wardrip. She's the tight end. What a tight end. Just look at her, tight end. I really like saying tight end, you guys. All right, so I'll do some old jokes for you guys. How about that? Oldies but goodies. So my parents were in a mixed marriage. My mom was Baptist, and my dad was drunk. So I want to talk about being Baptist. You know, I did a couple of shows this week, and every single show I went to, I heard people talk about different religions. And I'm like, well, okay, I'm going to talk about the Baptists because I know about the Baptists. So I hear a lot about Catholic guilt. And if you're here tonight and you're Jewish, I know you guys think you got the market cornered on guilt. But I just gotta say, Baptists have so many more things to feel guilty about. I mean, like, sins were, smoking, drinking, and having sex with joy. It was okay to do it, like, to procreate, as it, like you do a job or something like that. But it wasn't okay to do it like a hobby for fun. You know? And when I say sex with joy, I mean having sex and joy at the same time. Not having sex with my cousin Joy. That's a whole different sin than that. So like I said before, I joined the Navy when I was 17. My first duty station was New Orleans, Louisiana. And I gotta tell y'all, I went from Baptist no drinking to New Orleans, all right? And I learned how to drink down there. Yeah. I was the kind of drinker that, like, I'd have to phone a friend the next day and go, "Did I have a good time last night?" Yeah. And I was a bar drinker too. So, like, if you're a female and you're a bar drinker and you're blacking out, you're what I call popular. And I was, so I decided I needed to do something about my drinking. So I got married. This is true, you guys. I married this thirsty Marine, and by thirsty, I mean he had just graduated from the Naval Alcohol Rehabilitation Center. Yeah, we got married. He was looking for like a higher power, and I was looking for somebody to control. No, actually, I was looking for somebody to enjoy and control. It didn't work out, you guys. I know, I'm sad. But then I got out of the Navy. I decided I was going to pursue my childhood dream to be a famous movie star. So I got married again. I married another Marine.
Semper Fi.
This fella was a Mormon. In my defense, you guys. All right, listen to my thinking. I thought this out. I thought that the sister wives could take care of the house and the babies, and I could pursue my dreams. Looking back on that, I totally should have went Scientology on that one. And if you think my Baptist mother it was a hard sell with the Mormon husband, you have no idea what I went through when she realized that I had found and married the only black Mormon that exists on planet Earth. That's like finding a rare Pokemon, you guys. All true, whoever said wow. I'm not sure who that was. I don't even have to make up jokes. My life just unfolds that way, you know? I don't know how much time I have left, but I think I'm going to jump to the last part of this deal. And I'm going to talk about, getting older, all right? So I decided I want to have sex again before I die. So I bought this handheld wand. And it heats up and it vibrates and it stimulates the collagen on my face. What were you guys thinking? These are going to be a little bit of stuff, but stick with me, you guys, okay? So now that I'm older, my weight's up again, right? But at least this time the boob fairy came. She didn't look like what I thought she looked like. She actually had a bad back. Yeah. But I just want y'all to know, like, I am wearing 2 underwire bras tonight to support the girls. Could say I'm double boosted. But now, like, it's like my boobs have grown their own personality. And whenever I walk into a room, they're like, shoulders back. We're going in first. I'm like, what's going on over here? What's going on over here? What's going on? I'm sorry I had to do that in front of you, Brian. Sorry about that, Brian. It's going to be a couple more minutes, Zach, just so you know. But, all right, so to be honest, they would be so much more impressive if I just still had a waistline. But at least I still have the shape. A rhombus is a shape. Back to the body image stuff, you guys. So, all right. So, I started dating again. But I'm still mad at my last significant other for dying. I know that's harsh, but I never expected to be this age and have to do this stuff again, all right? But I went out and I signed up for an age-appropriate dating website, Silver Singles. And I went on Silver Singles and I checked out them fellas on there, and them fellas looked like they were ready to die. And so I was like, oh no, that's not going to work out for me. So I decided I was going to have to start dating younger men. So I started looking for, women dating younger men dating websites. I found Love Cougar, Cub Love, and the Granny Zone. I was like, oh no, those are not going to work for me either. So I decided I was going to start my own dating website. It's called Only Pam. Mostly because I'm the only one on there, you guys. Now that I, like dating online, like it's almost like a job interview, right? So the questions, right? The questions are like, so how much experience do you have? How flexible are you? What's your rate? Joke, it's a joke, you guys. It's all right, it's not real, okay? So, but the other thing too, like in my life, like just once, I'd like to be like the mistress and not the wife. I always end up in the role of being the wife, right? Just once, I'd like to be the hot other woman instead of the cold smother woman. You know? It's okay, I understand how I got the role, okay? I mean, you could just look at me and you could tell I'm built for comfort. I have an excellent credit score. And I make really moist muffins. So, all right, last thing on this, and then I got one more bit and then I'm out of here, but, so, since I'm dating younger men now, I have to have a conversation like I never thought I was going to ever have to have. I'm going to have to find out, like, how does he like the lawn mowed? You know, it's like, is he like a weed eater kind of guy? He just wants the edges trimmed? Or is he looking for like a smooth landing strip? Or bangs? That one lasts for a while. So I quit my job for the last time. Again. You know how strippers can't stop stripping because they make so much money at it? That's what workers' comp is like for me. But like at this age, like I want to do what I love and the money will come. I want to follow my bliss. So I was thinking about I have an extra bedroom in my house. And I was like, well, how could I monetize the bedroom? No, Brian, I was not thinking that. I went way further than that, you guys. I started the Airbnb S&M website. I'm advertising on there. It's Pam's Palace of Pain and Pleasure. Come on by, I'll make you suffer. You'll absolutely love it and hate it. I wasn't getting very many hits, and I realized I didn't have a theme song. So I downloaded the Marine Corps Battle Hymn. So those guys love to suffer. All of my ex-husbands are Marines, so I know. All right, so I went to a career counselor. She gave me a bunch of tests, and I'm going to end with this. She gave me a bunch of tests, and based on the tests, my top 3 things are music, dance, and costume. So, I tried singing, and I tried ballet, but it turns out I'm best suited to be a stripper. They're putting me out on the nursing home circuit. They've signed me up for the Meals on Wheels tour. I got my stripper name. It's Marie Calendar. And I got y'all thinking about pie. I'm Pamela Wardrip. And then we are going to do some lip sync battle, and that'll be the end of our show. So don't go nowhere. Okay. There are prizes. This is the prize part of the show. Okay. Thank you guys. I'll talk to you guys at the end. All right.
Okay, you animals. No, I won't chill. You guys chill. We got our next part of the night for you. It's going to be very fun. It's the Only Pam Trivia. It's going to be hosted by Dr. Mo and Edna. Give a big round of applause for them.
All right, we're back. Happy birthday, Pam. What a fun way to celebrate your birthday, don't you think? I'm inspired, Pam. Pamela Wardrip. Yeah, so this is going to be the Only Pam Trivia. How many of you were paying attention during Pam's set? Yes? All right, so comics are excluded because we've heard her bits and pieces.
Right.
Yes. So, Edna, do you want to start?
Yes, yes.
Hi, I'm Edna. Hello. Hello. Okay. And we have some great prizes, and Kathy is going to assist us in distributing those. Okay, first question. What state is Pamela from? Raise your hand. Who should we pick? Oh my gosh. Who should we pick? There's so many.
We could have, we can go in front.
Okay, we'll go.
Indiana.
Indiana! Great! Prize over here.
Right.
Yes. Oh, look at that bag over there. Pass it forward. Can I do one more? And then I can. Okay, so question 2. Describe Pamela's second husband. Oh, I see over there with the heart.
The only black Mormon.
Yes. Congratulations.
Nicely done. Very good. We have some more trivia for you. Pamela trivia. This might be tricky. Which grade did she get sent to? Oh. Okay. Is that a hand? Yes?
420.
What's that?
420.
420? That's not a grade. 420 is a whole different deal, sir. Just saying. So let me finish the question. Not 420. Okay. He might need some 420 though, don't you think? Yeah, I'm thinking so. All right. Oy vey has got some for you. Alrighty. So, what grade did she get in trouble with? What teacher? What grade? Because the teacher couldn't say Pamela Wardrip. She mentioned a grade.
7.
Raise your hand.
Okay, over there.
7.
6th, 7th? Nope. 5th is getting closer.
3rd grade.
There you go! 3rd grade! Fantastic! All right, let's do one more, and then I'm going to turn over to Edna for another question. Oh, okay, here we go. She descended from what career that served the king? Her family name came from, we're going to go right there, the black. Wardrober. Very good. Give it up for the wardrobers. The wardrobers. Here's Edna for more.
Okay. All right, you guys are great. My goodness. That means you love Pam. That's why you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. At Starbucks, Pamela's man would be ordering what kind of woman? Yes.
A tall, or skinny blonde with heavy cream.
Almost. Okay.
Grande, dirty blonde with, heavyweight. Oh, cream.
Cream. Okay, yes. Good. Yes, cream.
Dirty blonde, heavy cream. There you
And
go.
the prize is Starbucks. Yes, yes. Okay, I'll do one more and then hand it back over to you. Pamela is addicted to what? Right there.
Everything.
Yes, very good. Everything. She's addicted to everything. Could you please pass that prize over to her?
All right. She mentioned a couple of different places that she was stationed in the Navy. And there's 2 more prizes. Oh, okay. And so actually, what's the first place she mentioned? That was not the first place she mentioned in her set. Okay, we have way back there.
Azores.
That wasn't the first place either. Okay,
New
one
Orleans.
more. Yes, London.
No.
But she did mention London, Azores, and New Orleans. In that order. Good listening skills there. All right. Do we have enough prizes?
One more.
One more prize. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Do you have another question you want to ask? Or you want me to?
You go for it.
Okay. Okay. Where did Pamela learn to drink? Oh, there's a yes.
Smitty's bar in Mystic.
Smitty's bar where?
Vista.
And Vista. Was that in her set? I don't think that was in her set, but that's a great answer. Smitty's Bar, Pam? Really? Okay, yes. What's that? Nolans. There you go. Give it up for New Orleans. Fantastic. Great job with the
Great job. Thank you for playing. It's Dr. Mom and Edna. Happy birthday, Pamela.
That was fun. All right, we got the next portion of the show. This is the lip sync battle. It's gonna get dirty. It's gonna get mean up here. First up is Brian Hartwell. Give it up.
I guess I'm not announcing it.
Do you believe in magic in a young girl's heart? How the music can free her whenever it starts, and it's magic. If the music is grooving and makes you feel happy like an old-time movie, I'll tell you about the magic and will free your soul. It's like trying to tell a stranger about a rock and roll. In magic, don't bother to choose if it's jug band music or rhythm and blues. Just go and listen. It'll start with a smile that won't wipe off your face, no matter how hard you try. If it's got happening, you can't seem to find how you got there, so just blow your mind. Come along with me, we'll dance until morning. It's just you and me, and baby, if the music is right, I'll meet you tomorrow, so late at night. And we'll go dancing, baby, then you'll see how the magic's in the music and the music's in me. Yeah. Do you believe in magic? Yeah, believe in the magic of the young girl's soul. Believe in the magic of a rock and roll. Believe in the magic that can set you free. Oh, I'm talking about the magic. Like I believe in magic. Do you believe it? Like I believe in magic.
Keep it going for Brian Hartwell. I think you have a chance, Brian. I really do. Okay. For his competition, though, this is gonna be a little hard. It is the wonderful. Come on, give it up. You love her, Pamela Wardrip.
Just a small town girl, living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised right here in Houston. He took the midnight train going anywhere. So I can cheat off you, or a smile you can share the night. You go on and on and on. Strangers waiting, open up and the shadows searching in the night. Street lights Just a moment, shout higher, somewhere in the night. Just one more time. Some win, some will lose. Some of us see the news. We go on and on and on. Is it? Stay just waiting. Looking up the shadows, searching in the night. Streetlights being held, shining higher, somewhere in the night. Don't stop believing. Hold your breath. Sweet like people. Don't stop believing. Sweet like people. Don't stop believing. Hold on, you step to your feeling. Sweet like people. Don't stop.
You guys stay up here. I'm exhausted. Oh my God.
So great. You look great.
I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight and celebrating 60 years with me. It means so much to me. I picked the song Don't Stop Believing because I believe in Don't Stop Believing, you guys. I'm not kidding, I'm 60. I'm broadcast live. My own show live. Don't stop, you guys. Don't stop. I want you to give it up to all my friends. Dr. Mo, Carol Johnson, Andy Durana, Brian Hartwell, Kathy Cravat, and Zach Kronberg. Thank you guys. I love you. I always wanted to play a guitar solo like that too, you guys, just so you know. If you ever see me on the dance floor, that's what I do.